very welcome back to Soccer Cards United. It's time for episode 171 of the greatest soccer podcast in the world. My name is Jason. That's Enzo. Hi, Enzo.
Hello, Jason.
Enzo, did you know that I completely skipped episode 169?
That's funny.
Last week, I wrote at the top of the running order episode 170. I don't know why.
And we're just rocking with it.
And so then I named the episode 170 because what I do is I check the episodes, name the running order, and then based on what the running order is called, I use that when I'm uploading the episodes.
Okay.
But because the running order was wrong...
Okay, so you're telling me in Soccer Cards United history, there is no episode 169.
There's no... The lost episode.
The lost tapes.
The lost tapes. Soccer Cards United. The lost tapes.
Damn. Sorry, people. Someone's going to be looking for that someday.
Yeah, someone's going to be listening from the start and say, I can't find episode 169. They must have taken it down.
Yeah, it must have been controversial.
Something must have happened on episode 169 that they had to...
Maybe we did record 169. Maybe something did happen.
Yeah, the listeners will never know. Every listener will have to ask themselves, did they actually record 169 and they just...
Maybe in 20 years' time we'll release 169.
Yes. And people will also hear a bit of background noise in this episode. That's because I'm leaving the window open.
Okay.
Because it's humid.
It's humid out here.
And I don't have air conditioning in my house because I live in Ireland.
Well, at least you don't live in Ballyfermot.
Certainly I don't live in Ballyfermot. Not that there's anything wrong in living in Ballyfermot.
No, but there was a big building on fire today and some gunshots.
Was there?
Yeah.
It's not far.
Yeah, it's not that far to be feeling too safe.
Yeah. I don't live in Ballyfermot, but I don't live so far away from Ballyfermot as to feel as if...
You're safe.
Yeah, I'm safe.
There you go.
Okay, so let's start with Hobby HQ because during the weekend you asked, how are you, by the way?
I'm doing great. I feel fantastic.
Is that right?
Yeah, isn't that bizarre?
It's brilliant.
I feel great. Having a great time. Not to rub it in anyone's face, but I feel fantastic.
Okay. So here we go. So on our socials, we'll start on Twitter. You asked, just 17 days to go. Can I ask, what was the significance of 17 days?
I just checked how many days are left. I googled how many days until the 25th or the 26th or whatever.
Right.
The thing that you should be excited about there is that it's in bold text.
I saw that and I was disappointed.
That's what you get when you pay Elon Musk a little bit on Twitter.
That's why I was disappointed.
No, I know.
Because I said, oh God.
Twitter has just fallen so much to shit that I was like, if we just pay for the blue tick, maybe people will see our tweets and we can get a bit of engagement. But it turns out people don't use Twitter that much anymore. We can't download threads.
We can't download threads because we're in Ireland.
Many things you can't do in Ireland.
If anyone has any tips for the National in Chicago, please share with us below. And so some prompts that you get everyone.
I tried to help the people.
And I want the listeners to remember these prompts as we
go through.
Because we did not get what I would call a comprehensive coverage. We don't have pages and pages and pages of coverage. So best food spots.
Yeah.
Best drink spots.
Oh, hey, we're Irish.
Yeah, I heard they like to drink in Chicago.
There you go. Lots of Irish in Chicago, I hear.
Must see places.
We got one good answer for that.
Chicago don'ts, but no Chicago do's.
No, but I'm thinking food, drinks, must see places. They're the Chicago do's.
Right, it's just you rarely see don'ts without do's.
Oh, that was me kind of having a flashback to Atlantic City and saying, can you actually tell me what to not do? I need to be safe.
Yeah.
Don't walk from the National all the way back down to your hotel at the very back end of the street, walking by people with balaclavas and baseball bats.
In Atlantic City, the don't is don't go to Atlantic City.
That's true.
National musts. Yeah,
like is there anything at the National you simply must do that maybe we're not thinking of, even though we have that national experience?
And anything else?
Just in case I didn't cover it all.
Great. So, Kelsey, who we met last year, who did a lovely write-up on us.
Oh, yes.
Was that for GTS's website?
I think it was, yeah.
Kelsey said, hey there, guys. Looking forward to seeing you again. Look forward to seeing you too, Kelsey. Definitely wear comfortable shoes. That floor is killer.
I'm interested to know if like the Chicago floor is different to the Atlantic City floor, or you just talk about the National floor in general.
Yeah, those big concrete exhibition hall floors can be wearing on the old joints.
And they're big places.
Big places.
Huge.
Well, it's not the regional. Or the local, it's the national.
It's not the international.
It's not so big as the international would be, but it's not far off. If you're pizza fans, deep dish. We'll get into that in a minute. There's a Giordano's more than a 20-minute walk away from the convention centre. Oh, that's about a 20-minute walk away. That's fine. Plenty of places to eat within shorter walking distance. 20 minutes, I would say, is not a problem.
That's what I said. I said 20. If it's good enough, 20 minutes is short enough.
Yeah.
You're thinking you'll want to walk a bit away from the centre at some point?
I'm saying...
Give yourself a little debrief?
Well, 20 minutes would... I could get to Ballyfermot in...
Oh my God.
About 20 minutes. Britt Francis says, you coming in for it? Outstanding. My first one, so I'll certainly have to find you. Well, Britt, it's not our first one.
Oh.
So...
I said you'll find us. I don't want to say why they'll find us, but they'll find us.
Why will they find us?
Because you're very tall.
Oh, God.
And.
I walked right into that one.
There you go. And our voices are very recognisable. And we're always yapping to each other.
Loudly, animatedly.
Yeah, we'll be there with cameras having a good time.
Chatting away.
It'll be great.
It's going to be good. So that's what Twitter said.
So Twitter's not working fully, by the way.
Thank you to everyone who responded. But
oh, absolutely.
Okay, then, right. Joe comes in with a very specific... He doesn't even recommend deep dish pizza. He just says... Deep dish pizza takes about 45 to 60 minutes to cook or bake. So factor that into evening plans. Does that mean that if I sit down in a restaurant and I ask for a deep dish pizza, they're going to bring me my dinner an hour later? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
I find that to be unacceptable. It was a goal.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is that? This is brilliant. This is the first time I've fully understood the headphones, Jason. When you said, I hear what the people hear. Yeah. Now I know they just heard a goal going crazy.
You see, yeah, we're monitoring the audio.
I love that. Yeah, it's going to take an hour, but like, what are you doing that hour? I'm sure there's appetizers.
Having a couple of pints.
Yeah, there you go. It's not the worst.
That's not the worst. If anything, it's an excuse to sit at dinner for longer.
I agree.
Right, so that was that. So factor that into any evening plans.
Okay.
So if you're meeting somebody at 10 p.m. and you're going for dinner at 8.
You're on the clock?
You're on the clock. Second shout out for Giordano's for best deep dish pizza. Don't let the haters tell you it's cliche. It's the best for a reason.
We're going to have to try it. It seems like we're going to have to try it, Jason.
It seems like we're going to have to try deep dish pizza and specifically Giordano's, which is about a 20-minute walk away from the convention centre.
Now we know.
Mad City Collector says, too many recommendations. What sort of stuff are you looking for?
It was all in the prompt.
So it was in the prompt.
It's in the prompt.
Places to eat, places to drink, things to do, things to see.
Things to not do.
Liam says, this might sound mad. It doesn't. But make sure you do the architectural boat tour.
Jason, can we do that?
I'd love to do that.
That's it.
There's a Vince Vaughn film in which he runs a Chicago boat tour company. That's his job.
I love it.
And it looks like it's a lot of fun. So I'd love to go on a boat tour.
I need the people, though, to send us messages. Because for me, that's not enough. We didn't get enough.
Yeah.
We know we're going to Giordano's and we're doing the boat tour, the architectural boat tour. That's all we know.
Yeah. Let's have a look at Giordano's pizza.
Them cookies look a bit suspect.
Oh, hang on. First of all, let's start looking at what is Chicago style pizza.
Okay. Welcome to Soccer Cards United, by the way.
Soccer Cards United. Chicago style best soccer podcast in the world.
Second best in the UK. Tied.
Chicago's, and I'm starting to see why. Chicago style pizza is pizza prepared according to several styles developed in Chicago, widely referred to as deep dish pizza due to its cooking style. The pan in which it is baked gives the pizza its characteristically high edge and provides ample space for large amounts of cheese and a chunky tomato sauce. According to Tim Samuelson, Chicago's official cultural historian, there is not enough documentation to determine with certainty who invented the Chicago deep dish style pizza. It's often reported that Chicago deep dish style pizza was invented at Pizzeria Uno in Chicago in 1943 by Uno's founder Ike Sewell. Ike Sewell. Isaac Sewell. Doesn't sound very Italian. Okay.
Italians would never do this.
Now, Chicago style, there's also a style of thin crust pizza found in Chicago.
Tavern style.
Yeah.
I'd like to try that.
Has a notable crunch, unlike a New York style pizza, which is kind of like we've all had a New York slice. According to Grubhub, thin crusts outsell the deep dish among locals.
Well, deep dish definitely seems like you need to plan your evening for it.
So everyone,
people are on the go.
You can't just walk in and get a slice of deep dish.
No.
This is a stuffed pizza. Look at that. That's not a pizza. That's like a lasagna or something.
It's a pie.
It's a pie.
But like, we have to try it.
I'll try it. Of course I'll try it. I'll probably like it. It's just...
I've had one deep dish in Dublin.
Have you?
Yeah, it was in Dundrum. There's like a new place.
Right. And they have a deep dish.
They have a deep dish. It's a bit of a weird spot. I don't remember the name. Actually I do. I just don't want to give them credit.
Okay.
They do like chicken wings, sandwiches, pizzas. A very bizarre collection of food, and they force you to get a bottomless drink. But the deep dish was okay. I got a brisket deep dish.
Okay.
There you go. Barbecue sauce was nice.
Giordano's say they invented the stuffed pizza.
They invented putting stuff inside the pizza.
Yeah, apparently. It's been named best pizza in the city. Not the stuffed one, but just... Oh, no, yeah, the stuffed one, yeah. Interesting. So we got to get over there, try the pizza.
Yeah, 20-minute walks from the convention centre. We'll get it done.
We'll get it done.
We could potentially get chauffeured to it, actually. We've had several offers of chauffeuring.
Yeah.
Such is our popularity.
Well, thank you to everyone. I would say such is the generosity of our listeners.
Nah, not our popularity.
Maybe just put it in a more humble
way.
We're
not the best UK podcast. The second.
We're not even a UK podcast.
I see Giordano's does sandwiches as well. Maybe this place that I went to is kind of based on it, but it's like a worse version.
A knockoff.
Yeah, kind of an Irish wannabe deep dish pizza. That's not quite. It looks mad. Oh, there's one in the shape of a love heart. We could get that one.
Certainly could. Brothers Efren and Joseph Bolio were born in a small town near Turin, Italy, where their mother had been known for the quality of her recipes. Her family was most fond of her Easter pizza pies. The brothers first emigrated to Argentina and subsequently separately to the United States. Upon arriving in America, Efren began working at a pizzeria in Chicago, but he was not satisfied with the pizzas he tasted and decided to open his own restaurant, Roma. When Joseph came to Chicago, Efren has stated that they decided to open a restaurant using their mother's recipe, just like a mama used to make it, and after experimenting over several months, developed a stuffed pizza. In 1974, they founded Giordano's. Interesting.
Jason, I'm on the Giordano's website, right?
Yeah.
And they have...
Giordano's.com.
Yeah, there's delivery and pickup as an option. But then look at there to the left.
Ship a frozen pizza.
Ship a pizza. They'll ship it to us.
Do they ship internationally?
We could potentially try it before the national.
That would be brilliant.
Holiday 5 pizza pack. But Giordano's frequently asked questions. I'd say there's a lot of frequently asked questions.
Pepperoni.
I'll probably say, click here for shipping information.
I'm checking out.
Ground delivery, home delivery, 2-day express.
Oh no, look, they only have United States.
So Giordano's like, we'll ship it to New York for you, no problem.
Yeah. After that, you're on your own.
How much is it to ship?
You choose. You can get a FedEx Priority overnight, $28.
That's very cheap.
Well, that's not including the price of the pizza.
No, I know that, but does that mean all the pizzas are frozen, or are they freezing some to ship?
No, they're making some fresh and freezing them to ship.
So your pizza has to be good to even have. I've never seen anywhere.
People are saying, "Can you?" I've left Chicago now. I live in California, or I live in Alaska, and
Wyoming.
I'm in Wyoming. I'm on the plains of Wyoming, and I'm desperately in need of a Giordano's pizza.
I need that deep dish. So for me, to be honest, if you're offering to put them on a FedEx Express plane and ship them, it must be good.
It must be good.
Italian born, Chicago raised. And that's a slogan.
Maybe if we said to them, we'll pitch you some new slogans in return
for that recipe.
Yeah, it's been run by a Greek now.
That's just the CEO.
This man. Yeah, he's running it.
That's just the CEO, Jason.
What do you think a CEO does?
Don't know. We don't have one. I'm into it.
Listen, I'm more than happy to go there and have
Giordano's is happening.
Have a bite.
We could do a review.
Yeah.
Sandwiches, appetizers,
trying
pizzas,
deep dish pizza in Chicago.
Listen, there's a lot of content.
Irish guys react. Italian
guy reacts. That gets more clicks.
Yeah, but then
to be offended and angry.
Well, you'd have to do an accent. Because if you advertise yourself as an Italian and then you come on speaking like this, people are going to say he's not Italian at all.
But I am.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You have to do the accent.
I can do the accent. Don't worry about that.
Do you want to give us a little taste of what that might sound like?
Not quite. I don't appreciate.
I almost had him, folks.
All right. Any other recommendations for Chicago? I definitely we're going to go into TripAdvisor, Jason, and see
what are the top sites.
Yeah, people didn't give us enough.
I want to see that bean.
Best things to do in Chicago.
I'd like to see Lake Michigan. I heard it's a really big lake.
Yeah, Lake Michigan in Illinois. Chicago, Illinois. Michigan City. I just don't want to get shot in America. That's it. That's my thing.
What were the last 5 things you just said? You just had a stroke there for a second.
No, I hope to stay in good health.
Michigan City.
Michigan.
What are you talking about? Michigan City.
I was looking at a map.
And it said Michigan City on it.
Might have just said Michigan. Yeah, I said Michigan City. Fuck you.
Where's that?
It's so say if you're in Chicago,
Yeah.
you go down towards a place called Gary, which sounds fake. You go towards the 94.
Oh, you head down towards 94.
You head down towards the 94 from Chicago.
Why did
You're kind of dipping. It's on the other side of the
It's
lake.
in Indiana.
There you go.
Wow. Michigan City.
Chicago River Architecture.
And it's on Lake Michigan. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, €46 for that architectural tour, by the way. You could definitely do that. Such as our wealth.
Each?
Yeah. Maybe there's a family pass. We're not a family, though. You could pick up a baby along the way.
Good Lord.
Gangsters and Ghosts tour in Chicago.
Al Capone.
Listen. Small group or private. Grand Canyon. Is the Grand Canyon in Chicago?
Certainly not. Be funny if it was in the middle of the city.
Yeah, like that's not where I'm expecting the Grand Canyon to be. A lot of boat tours. They love the water.
The Chicago River.
Millennium Park.
Millennium Park.
They have that, you know that thing? The little...
An arch.
See it here?
Yeah, the bean.
The jelly bean. Young and old, Hispanic and Asian cross-culture and cross-gender, the object known... I don't know what that is. That's mad. Someone was stretching. Oh, the Cubs. The Bears.
Cubs. Any chance of going to see the Cubs or the White Sox while we're there? It's baseball season, isn't it?
I don't want to. Someone will tell us. I don't want to type.
All right. If someone could tell us, can we go and see a baseball game while we're in Chicago? That'd be appreciated.
Especially if the Angels are in town.
Well, if the Angels are in town, that'd be great.
Shohei and Trout. See, I know these things. I'm cultured.
What I like is it's just the way you deliver them. You deliver them as like just words kind of in a vacuum.
Here's one for you.
Yeah.
Chicago Craft Brewery Barrel Bus Tour.
I'd love that. What's that?
It's €92 per adult, but I assume it comes with a lot of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
It says Spring Break beside it, so I don't know if it's exclusive to Spring Break.
Yeah.
But it looks good. The entire bus looks like a keg, a wooden keg.
Mm.
There's also Chicago Lake Michigan plated lunch cruise.
Okay, a bit fancy.
That looks very fancy, and it's only £75.
White tablecloth on the table.
Looks great. I'm going to show you this, Jason. You're going to love it.
Okay.
This could be us. Look at that. £75 per person. Beautiful. So it turns out there's a lot to do in Chicago.
Yeah.
But we're still waiting for those real recommendations, the ones you don't see.
Okay, so now that 20-minute digression on Chicago.
Jason, it's national. Like it's 15 days away, nearly
15 days away.
Come on. You don't like Ferris wheels, do you?
No, I don't love heights.
Look at this. Relive Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, yeah.
We could relive that. Anyway, you don't like heights, so we can't do the helicopter tour in Chicago.
Well, I don't know if I consider flying in a helicopter to be heights.
Have you been in a helicopter?
No.
We're not putting you in a helicopter. I'm not going to be the person that's next to you in your first time on a helicopter.
Why?
Nah, not for me.
They
put headphones like this on, though.
Because you can't hear over the...
No, I don't feel too safe in helicopters.
You shouldn't be operating something like that with your feet.
No.
I don't want to hear you. You're pedaling away up there. Anyway, Momolas on Twitter.
Someone actually told us there's lots of Korean barbecue in Chicago. Someone said that.
Okay.
Someone actually responded with a DM instead of... I'm going to try to find that. Because we're not done with Chicago yet, Jason. You think?
All right, in the meantime, I'll just talk about something else to avoid dead air. Although, if I wanted to avoid dead air, we should have cut the last 15 minutes of the podcast out. Momolas on Twitter has started a new soccer cards, footy cards newsletter, and we've subscribed to it, and you should too.
That sounds like an ad.
we've not been paid by MomoLast or any affiliate organization to say this, but the recent entry into the newsletter canon was, if I can find it here.
No, I can't find it.
Well, we missed out on that. But you already told us what it contained. Was this very interesting breakdown of Topps Chrome UEFA Topps Chrome autographs?
I found it.
And so if you're interested in this sort of deep dive stuff, all these numbers, he's worked out all these numbers, then just go and subscribe to that. And if you can't find the link, just ask on social media. Somebody will give it to you. Enzo, you found something.
Yeah, so it came from Mad City Collectors on Instagram.
He's the guy that said it was too much.
Yeah, and then he came in. That's why there's a lot here. So he said, large Korean and Vietnamese populations in Chicago, so there are great Korean barbecue and faux restaurants.
Korea and Vietnam. America, Korea, and Vietnam. There's something.
We continue.
There.
Lou Malnati's. This is actually important, Jason. Lou Malnati's. If you want good chain deep dish. So maybe Jordan's is not all. Maybe there's a competitor. Navy Pier, Observation Decks, Willis Tower or Hancock, Grant Park, Field Museum, and Shed Aquarium. If you're going for the big time tourist stuff, Wrigleyville bars are uniquely Chicago. John Barleycorn is where I met my wife.
Wow.
We should go to John Barleycorn.
I'm not really looking for a wife.
No, I'm not looking for a wife, but it could be nice.
It sounds like that's the number one place to go in Chicago if you're looking for a wife.
So far as we know.
No one else said they met. Certainly no one met the wife at Giordano's.
It's very hard to meet a wife at a dinner place, a restaurant.
Meet a wife.
You're straight onto the aquarium. That caught your attention.
Oh yeah, I
love
give you
a huge list, and you're just fascinated with.
Look at this.
The octopi.
Give me the Orca rookie card.
Oh my god!
Look nature in the eye.
Okay. Looks like we have a lot of options. If the National's not good, we know where to go.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the thing is, we're there.
We're only there for like a spare 2 days.
Yeah,
like we're there for the full 5. We're there for a week. 5 of those weekdays are
national. Okay, so the countdown begins. We've got about 6 more episodes of this before we go.
This is what happens when football's not on, by the way.
Yeah. So that's that, right? So check out MomoLast's newsletter. Send us recommendations for
Chicago. Because we can't do it all.
Hobby HQ.
We can't do everything that we said here.
No. Right. The Under-21 European Championships reached its conclusion at the weekend when England, winning their first competition since 1984.
I think that's right, yeah.
Won against Spain. It was a very dramatic game. It was full of sendings off and all sorts of things like that. Curtis Jones deflecting in a Cole Palmer free kick.
Cole Palmer goal, Fabi.
I think it should have been a Cole Palmer goal as well. Abel Ruiz, joint top scorer of the competition. La Masia product, as far as I know, plays for Braga. Missed a last minute penalty.
Not good. Bottler.
He bottled it. And the strength of the teams was quite extraordinary. Almost every player on the pitch plays for a top club, or at least plays at the highest level for their clubs. Yeah, obviously I should say the penalty was saved by James Trafford, the Man City Academy keeper, who became a hero. He became a hero. Morgan Gibbs-White is a good player, isn't he?
Yeah, he has a 2019 Wolves rookie in Prism when he used to be a wing-back. Now he seems to be a striker. It's very strange. He confuses me. And I don't think he's that good.
You don't think he's that good?
No.
Oh, I thought he was very good for Nottingham Forest this season.
I don't love him.
Well, I suppose it depends on
what you're looking for.
I think he's a very, very good player for a mid-table Premier League side. It doesn't mean I run out and buy all his rookie cards.
Okay. It's important to make that distinction.
Yeah, I suppose just to make that distinction, usually when I talk about players, I'm not talking about their card.
#invest.
I'm just talking about football.
I lost a lot of interest in the U-21 European Championship when Italy got knocked out in contentious.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
The top scorers were Georgi Sudakov for Ukraine, Sergio Gomez of Man City, and Aboris. Cameron Archer, who I think was the top scorer for Middlesbrough this season under Michael Carrick, the championship. And Zeki Amdouni scored 2 goals as well. We talked about him during the season, played for Basel. Cole Palmer, people have loads of Cole Palmer rookie cards. He's in the Topps rookie, what's it called? The Rookie Cup. All-Star Rookie Cup for this season's UEFA releases. Gibbs White played well as well. So it was a lot of talent on display. It made me regret that under-21 Euro Bowman didn't come out. Because at the time I thought that's not necessary, we don't need to do that. But then
it was a great tournament.
It was a great tournament with loads of great players on display, and I thought actually that would be cool. So hopefully that gets back on track at some point. Post Euros for the next one.
You think, has that been fully scrapped? Is it confirmed?
Don't think that's been confirmed. Cool. I just remember we were talking about it, and then
you're hoping it doesn't come out retrospectively.
I'm really hoping it doesn't come out retrospectively. Yeah.
But yeah, no, a very good idea to have Bowman for an underage European tournament.
Yeah.
Very clever.
So then finally, just want to go through some transfers. Because there's been transfers. And we haven't really been talking about them on the show. So I've been looking at all the different transfer trackers. A lot of different websites have them. And I like the one on The Guardian. Because it's kind of interactive and a bit exciting. So this is all deals from the top 5 leagues in men's European football. So deals completed as of right now, 399. Ooh. The total value, £1.6 billion sterling.
Damn.
Which is about $1.9 billion. $2 billion? Did
you say 1.9 or 0.9?
1.9.
Yeah. I'd call it $2 billion.
$2 billion, let's say. So I'm going to go by price. Obviously, Jude Bellingham the most expensive. Then we have Kai Havertz to Arsenal. What do you make of Kai Havertz to Arsenal from Chelsea? Weird. You already have Leandro Trossard.
It is $2 billion, by the way, confirmed.
We can get confirmation on that?
Yeah.
All right. Big balls Dominic Solobzai.
Exciting.
To Liverpool.
Big number, but exciting.
I think could be brilliant for Klopp.
Yeah.
Seems like he could really
be a big superstar.
Make an impact there. Mason Mount, Soccer United, friend of the show. Mason Mount. Son to us.
Yeah.
He could come on the architectural boat tour if we got a family pass.
That'd be unbelievable.
Gone to Manchester United.
Yeah, a good player for them to have. I think he plays a good midfielder, passes the ball, gets goals, gets assists. But yeah, he was kind of out of favour at Chelsea towards the end. Needs
to maybe refine his way.
His magic. And I don't think United is necessarily the place to go to try and do that.
Yeah.
But maybe under Erik ten Hag it can be. The next one, Jason, upsets me dearly.
Sandro Tonali. So explain to us about the Sandro Tonali transfer.
Saudi was like, yo, Milan will give you a big chunk of cash. And we said, get out the door, Tonali, goodbye. And he was like, no,
he didn't want to go.
Don't send me. I want to be here forever. I love this place. And we're like, yeah, we love 60 million euro.
Yeah.
And that was that. That's what happened there. He's devastated. Oh, it's been so funny. I mean, I was a big fan of Tonali. I didn't want him to leave. But it's been very humorous seeing any and every bit of media around him since. When he was getting off the plane, he looked devastated. He looked disgusted.
He looks miserable.
Off the private jet. When he got to the more recent one, was when they were walking around. His wife was talking about the size of the gym in St. James's Park in the Newcastle facilities. I said, this is bigger than Milan, and he just responded by saying Milan's bigger. So he's
unhappy, desperately unhappy.
A lot of people are saying give it 1 or 2 years, he'll be back in Italy. But he ultimately doesn't want to be there. And obviously Newcastle are on the way up.
Yeah.
But I think if you're it's very hard to get Italians into the Premier League anyway. If you're an Italian playing for one of the top clubs in Italy and a club that you personally love, and it's Newcastle that are signing it, you're kind of devastated. No disrespect to Newcastle, they are a huge club, but just like you're thinking, if I'm moving to England, I'll move to City, I'll move to United, I'll move to Liverpool. I don't want to play for a historically mid-table kind of a club in the last decade. Do you know?
Yeah, I think.
So I think he's devastated. But ultimately, they're building in their Champions League football. Let's not make any mistakes. But yeah, ultimately, I'm sad to see him go because he's a quality player. It also kind of messes me up because a lot of people. This is where even like the card part of me.
Yeah.
This is where like collecting catches me because with Rafael Leao, who I love, I'm always like, but is he gonna leave?
Yeah.
I don't want to stock up on his cards. Like Tonali, I've seen as a much safer bet to have cards. I get like for me, it's Theo Hernandez, Tonali, Leao, and I was convinced Hernandez and Leao were gonna leave at some point. So it's kind of I have their cards, but I'm very hesitant. I'm not going deep. I'm not buying 101s. I'm not getting really high end.
Yeah.
Tonali was one where I've seen his like 101 museum and I wanted it. Like now that he's gone, I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like it's tough. Like catch me with some Pirlos, catch me with some old school players. But it's very hard.
Even though Pirlo didn't spend his whole career.
No, absolutely. But he's still revered. I still love him. I love him more so for the Italian team than even his Milan days. But it's tough. Like how do you react to that? Do you know?
Yeah. I think I would be extremely surprised if this transfer worked.
Yeah, no, I don't think it will. He doesn't want to be there.
Italians
don't famously do well in the Premier League.
Or outside of Italy in general.
That's it. There's language barriers and there's, especially in England, there's weather differences.
Mm-hmm.
So, rock up to Newcastle, 1 or 2 years, dip.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen.
The Sporting Lisbon midfielder Manuel Ugarte went to PSG for 50 million to play under Luis Enrique and try and bring some stability. I think that kind of signals maybe Verratti is on his way out of PSG. I don't know. Christopher Nkunku, who we've known since January, has gone to Chelsea. Ruben Neves went to Saudi Arabia. James Maddison to Spurs. That seems like a perfect move for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Alexis McAllister, World Cup winner, gone to Liverpool.
That's
McAllister and Solobzai.
Yeah, 2 tidy signings.
For the price of Jude Bellingham. I think that was Liverpool's thing, was they were like, we could probably use this 100 million euros differently, more effectively. Pedro Porro made his move to Spurs permanent. Luca Hernandez gone to PSG. Nicholas Jackson, who had a few bright sparks during the season for Villarreal, including an excellent performance against Real Madrid, is gone to Chelsea for 32 million. This is a man who we may never hear from again. 12 goals in La Liga, which is a very low scoring league last season. Very impressive. But 22 years old, going into Chelsea for £30 million.
Tough.
We've heard this one before.
Yeah. The one at the bottom I like.
Felix Amecha?
Yeah, move him to Dortmund. He has a lot of rookie cards and he could be really, really good for Dortmund.
Could be next up. João Pedro, who's been playing in the Championship with Watford, he has rookie cards, Prism rookie cards for Watford. He's gone to Brighton. So, bit of moving around. Obviously, the big one is Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
We'll see what he gets on at Real Madrid, where his card prices go after this. Kind of exciting. If anyone has any Bundesliga finalists they've opened in the last couple of years, Kevin Schada's rookie card could be in there, and he's just moved for £20 million to Brentford on a permanent basis.
Benjamin Sesko making the classic move
from Salzburg to Leipzig.
Yeah,
we'll see how he gets on there. Kang In Lee gone to PSG.
Bizarre.
It's terrible when people go to PSG.
It's just awful. The Mbappe, that could become the big.
That's the big one.
The big one. That's bubbling in a big way.
Yeah.
Do you see like the reports that came out being like, "Oh, the legends left this club on good terms. Do not leave this club without us making money." Going mad, like.
Yeah. Well, I think they should just sell him.
Yeah.
Just let him go.
Just take an offer and get
an offer. Because he will.
It's so funny that they sent the message kind of being like, listen, we want to get our 100, 200 million for you. Don't you dare not let us sell you. And it's like, do you not have infinite money anyway?
Yeah. Are you guys struggling?
Obviously, you'll feel silly and stupid. But you are silly and stupid.
Yeah. You should have sold. Like, it's just that thing of like, every time I hear PSG talk, it just sounds like little babies.
Yeah.
I want everything. I should be able to have everything I want at the same time.
I thought buying all the good players wins me the Champions League.
Yeah. So.
But it doesn't.
I feel no sympathy for PSG. Or Mbappe, really, if he's getting drawn into this long thing. Because he's
done himself.
He's done himself. You've done yourself there. Right. That's us.
That's us.
Yeah.
So again, if we have any national do's, don'ts, Chicago do's, don'ts, recommendations, anything, we're going to be running around the national in Chicago.
Yep.
We'll be happy to chat to people, talk to people, look at their cards.
We'd love to.
Open boxes with people. Have a bit of crack. Obviously, we're a bit out, 2 weeks out, but we're going to be there. We're going to be, we're going to set. We're not vendors.
Certainly not.
We're just free men running around having a good time. So
looking forward to it
severely. Should we set up a Soccer Cards United event of sorts?
Oh, we can do, yeah.
That could be an idea. I don't know how many of our people are going to be there. I know a lot of people don't do the full 5 days because people have jobs, I guess.
Yeah. Well, maybe we just set a time somewhere at the convention center for a
Soccer United shenanigans.
An informal
shenanigan.
Shenanigans.
Sounds good.
All right.
Have a good week, everyone.
We'll see you on Thursday.